I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Why do you love your family?
Because they take me to the boba store.
Mooncakes?
Check. Bungee cords?
Check.
We have bungee?
Check.
Hey, we got company tonight, so don't be late.
Mooncakes are a really important part of the Mid-Autumn Festival. It is a festival that the Chinese people celebrate every year. A long time ago, originally, all the mooncakes were round because they are supposed to represent the moon. In Chinese, the word for round is yuan, and that means good fortune. So we made these mooncakes last night out of dragon fruit.
Oh, delicious, right?
Is it good?
好吃?
Chinese culture in general, we don't usually express ourselves through words as much, or hugs, or the act of making food is the service of love.
Some dishes it takes like hours. It's like a whole full-time job. That's why I'm always really scared to make Vietnamese food myself.
I love to cook.
Yeah.
You know, because when you cook with love, so the food becomes better.
And that is something that thankfully does not have a language barrier. Good food made with love. So, mời mỗi người ăn ngon.
粽子, it's a rice. You wrap it in the leaf. It's kind of like tamale.
You open the drawstrings up, which it makes it feel like you're unwrapping a gift. And then when you see that steam pop out, it's like, oh yeah.
Tangyuan, or in Cantonese, tongyun, is kind of like sticky flour dough. Sometimes you can wrap stuffing inside of it, like sesame or red beans or something sweet. The kitchen is where the love is. That's where the meals are. That's where the cooking happens. And the quality time of eating it together is what I think fills us with love.
The traditions I want to pass down to my kids the most is the respect for elders. Most cultures, they say to respect your elders, but in Korean society, it's like a big deal.
My favorite Korean holiday is New Year's. Wow. That's when you get to bow and then say, 새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Hanbok is a traditional Korean dress for men and women. They're usually very colorful. And you wear them on special occasions like Seolnar, which is the New Year's Day. And that's the day that we pay respects to our elders by bowing to them.
My grandma played mahjong all the time. Me and like my cousins, we would all just hang around her and watch, right? And they would just be playing. And that's actually how we picked it up.
Mahjong is like really fun. You get to interact with people as you're going along. It's like a light game, but it's like fun and competitive at the same time.
Talking and telling stories and laughing together.
It's our kids' first step into gambling.
I've been thinking about you lately.
Filipino, I'd say we are very loud. Our parties are really lively. Then there's always like singing and music, or someone performing or making their kids perform. You know, that's like a real Filipino thing. To put your kids on blast in front of everybody, in front of all your titas and titos, ates and kuyas, just to show off your talents.
My parents are like, okay, we're gonna speak only Chinese tonight. And then when they ask me a question, I'm just like, I feel embarrassed speaking Chinese because I have like an English accent and it sounds like weird when I speak it.
If you have like a Chinese accent when you're speaking English, they still know what you're saying because you're speaking their language.
It doesn't matter how it sounds as long as they can understand how you're speaking.
There was a point in time when we came here to America. I was about 4 years old, and I remember just being so teased by kids at school. Any immigrant parent, you are worried for your children. So that was the day we stopped speaking Vietnamese in the household. And then it got to a point where I just completely forgot the language. But it's important because the language connects you to a country that you may have never seen and may never see.
I now feel it's more important than ever that I continue being fluent in Cantonese, especially because my grandma only speaks Cantonese. So that is my only way to communicate with her. And so even when I start forgetting words, I always ask my mom, how do you say this? How do you say this? So I can remember again.
I remember sometimes being embarrassed of my parents having an accent at the store or something like that. But as time went on, it was like, I understand a different language other than English. You know, my parents speak to me in it, and I'm proud of that. You know, I'm not trying to hide that.
As you're growing up and you absorb these things, it becomes a part of you. You realize, oh, it's a huge part of me that makes me different from others. And that's beautiful. That's why I want to try to get these different holidays that my mom has celebrated with me as a kid and instill it into Jalen's life, and hopefully he can grasp that culture too through these things. I'll also force him into Chinese school as well.
The Carson Community of Schools Town Hall meeting will be held on Tuesday, May 25th at 6:30 p.m. Everyone is invited to Catskill's virtual open house meeting. Please join us on Thursday, May 27th at 4:30 p.m. The principal will be giving a message at 4:30 p.m. Then you can meet with your child's teacher according to the grade level schedule listed. Please check with the teacher for their Zoom ID. The last local school leadership council meeting will be held next Tuesday, June 1st at 4:30 p.m. You are all invited to attend. Los Angeles Unified is giving free COVID-19 vaccinations at Carson High School. You can visit myturn.ca.gov and enter the zip code 90745 to find the clinic and schedule an appointment. We appreciate all parents and staff who are making great use of the Daily Pass health check. The City of Carson is now registering for summer day camp. Spaces are limited. The City of Carson is also hosting a virtual Memorial Day tribute at 6 p.m. on Monday, May 31st. Next Monday, May 31st, there will be no school. We wish all of you a great Memorial Day weekend. We want to pay honor and gratitude to all of our heroes who made great sacrifices for our country. Please continue to check our school website and Class Dojo for the latest updates.
Good morning, Catskill Cougars. This is Mr. C coming at you live on Monday morning, May 24th, here in the beautiful kindergarten yard. I'm sure many of you have spent a long time in here playing and having fun during kinder. Today, May 24th, marks 14 days left of school. So I'm wondering who's going to attend to the end every single day on time, either here in school or logging on with your teacher. So let's see if you guys can keep it strong for the rest of the year. But for now, let me begin with my perfect attendance random drawing winner announcement. These are the students who had perfect attendance last week from Monday the 17th to Friday the 21st. So let's begin in pre-K. Room 1, Miss Pinellas Gonzalez's class. Today's winner is Isaac Viceno Lara. In first grade, room 8, Miss Bautista's class with perfect attendance so far this year. Today's winner is Jesse Franco. In first grade, room 12, Miss Coglatore's class with perfect attendance so far this year. Today's winner is Mariana Rodriguez Orozco. second grade, room 14, Miss Ochoa's class, today's winner is Alvaro Villasano. In third grade, room 13, Miss Valedo's class with excellent attendance so far this year. Today's winner is Michaela Arana. Fourth grade, room 26, Miss Chen's class with perfect attendance so far this year. Today's winner is Victoria Cerda. And finally, in fifth grade, room 28, Mr. P's class with perfect attendance so far this year. Today's winner is Dominic Torres. Congratulations to all of our winners. Students, be looking for your prizes in the mail. Remember to attend to the end. And by the way, I just finished running off a copy for all of those students who have perfect attendance the entire year. We're going to have beautiful certificates. So keep up the good work, attend to the end, and for now, this is Mr. C saying have a fantastic week. Bye for now.
Good morning, Cougars. Happy Monday. In this week's Tech Tip, we'll plan a road trip across the United States using Google's My Maps, and in our Shapegrams challenge, you'll be making a lovable sea creature that I'm sure you've seen before. You'll find this week's Tech Tip, along with all my tech tips, at bit.ly/TTWMC. Tech Tips with Mr. Collins. Have a great week.
Hi everyone, it's Mr. Mizuno, your PSW, and I'm back again with another Mindful Monday. Well, I can't say that we saved the best for last, since we still have a few more weeks left in the school year. But this week's topic of gratitude may be the one mindfulness topic that can most easily have a positive impact on your life. When we look at things from the perspective of thankfulness rather than anger or sorrow, we transform our entire mood. For example, I could be upset that I lost a game that I was playing and carry that negativity around with me throughout the day, or I could realize that I was fortunate enough to have friends that were able to play with me. That's having gratitude. When you realize that you have survived every single bad day that you have ever had, you understand that you're capable of beating negativity. For example, if you start to feel badly about something, stop yourself and think about the positive things that you do have in your life. You might be upset that your parents are being bossy, or that you can't see your friends because of COVID, or maybe you don't have the latest iPhone or PlayStation. Instead, be grateful for your family, for your health, for the fact that you have the technology to be watching this video right now. Turn it around, and you'll see that having an attitude of gratitude is the number one thing that you have control over to make your life more enjoyable. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. We'll see you soon.